Welcome to Sacred Strategy, the business and energy podcast where bold strategies meet the magic of energy and intuition. I'm Sora Schilling, sacred spaceholder, business alchemist, and creator of the Devoted Archetypes, Sovereign Selling, and the Devoted Energy Coaching Model. For over a decade, I've guided thousands of coaches and spaceholders to build thriving, soul-aligned businesses that create impact and life-changing money. Let's cut through the noise of traditional strategies and uncover your unique medicine. Use the devoted archetypes to become a transformational spaceholder and learn to sovereignly sell with integrity. This podcast is your invitation to step into your magic and create a blissfully abundant business and life filled with curiosity, awe, and wonder. Let's dive in. Now, I don't know about you, but there's big energy shift that is happening when you move from building your business to leading it. I know it sounds subtle, but it changes everything. So I'm going to say that again, all right? Because it is a big energetic and strategic shift when you move from building your business to leading it. So it's the shift from, quote, I hope this works, to now in your mind saying to yourself, I'm optimizing what already works, or I know with just a few simple tweaks, it will work. Or the quote, let me try this new idea, changes to, I'm doubling down on what's already happening, what I've already seen successful, and what I've already proven to work really well. Here's another one. Maybe I'll be successful someday, one day, someday in the future. To I'm already successful. And here are all the ways I can explain why I know deep within me I am successful. And I'm scaling that success with soul. So this is your permission to stop trying to validate your brilliance and actually start refining it. Validating your brilliance comes from this external need of proving yourself versus the internal motivation and intrinsic factor of knowing that you've got your shit together, that you know who you are and what medicine you hold. And therefore, you're simply refining some of the tasks or the strategies or the ways in which you're engaging to help maximize the way in which you can grow your business. The version of you that hustled, hoped, and over-delivered got you here. Sure, and we want to honor that. But the version of you now that leads, trusts, and embodies is going to take you further ahead without the hustle and the overdrive. So here are 3 ways to first find proof that you are so deeply successful that you are now in a stage of refining yourself versus validating yourself. So if you're wondering, but am I really there yet, Sora? I want you to take a moment to find the proof, not external permission, internal proof. So let's anchor into that. The first way is to really drop into your client results. What specific transformations have your clients experienced because of your work? Not just surface level wins, but the deep ripple effect that has shifted. The clarity, the regulation, the breakthroughs, the sovereignty, the life that they are living now that is vastly different than the life they were living before, internally and externally. So ask yourself, what's happening in their lives that didn't happen before they worked with me? All right, the second way of creating this proof is to look at your body of work. Look at what you've created. That includes your offers through the many years you've done this, your content that you have created and shared so generously, your frameworks and your healing methodologies, along with your language, the way in which you show up and express your medicine, your thoughts, your wisdom with your community members and your clients. These are not just deliverables. This is thought leadership. This is your embodied wisdom turned into transformation. At the end of the day, this is essential because this is your legacy, your body of work. All right, the third is understanding your evolution. Who were you just 12 months ago? What were you doubting, questioning, and second guessing? And at this moment in time, what do you now know that is different? What are you holding with confidence? What are you no longer entertaining? I'd love for you to take a moment and pause here. Journal, do little voice notes, take inventory. Let yourself see the proof that you're already leading. Because as spiritual entrepreneurs, we're constantly in a space of excavating, of awakening, of really diving deep into our own understanding of self. So, therefore, there's always growth. So, who you were a year ago and what you were struggling then to what you now know and how you have used your own tools and practices have gotten you this far already. And so, we want to really honor your evolution. Okay. Embodied leadership isn't about having the perfect script or showing up like an expert. It's about being the work. It means you don't just coach on clarity, you live from it. You don't just teach sovereignty, you embody it. And you embody everything you teach through the way in which you show up and engage, through your own sacred boundaries, through your pricing models, through the structures of your programs. And that's what thought leadership really is. It's about having your original own perspective around things. It's about your lived experience and how you are engaging with life every single day. It's about your soul deep truths turned into transformation, both personally and with your clients. So many of us wait to feel ready, to feel like someone else is going to tell us that we're qualified or be perfect in all the ways before we lead. But I desire for you to know the most magnetic thing that you can offer is your truth, your way of living. That is imperfectly perfect because it is you. Say the thing no one else is saying. Own the healing you've walked through. Allow yourself to engage with folks and see the beauty and the inside of whatever spaces you feel true that you love. Name the patterns you're seeing in your clients. Let your voice be the spell. So let's anchor into this. Let's feel the shift. If you are in a safe space where you can close your eyes, do so. Now, if you're driving or walking and listening to me, then go ahead and come back to this. But also recognize that you can energetically do this and know. So, hands on your heart, take a deep breath, and then exhale that out. I invite you to visualize your 150K CEO self, your 150K CEO self. And if you are already easily making that, then your 300K, $500,000, $1 million CEO self. She's not overwhelmed. She's not questioning everything. She's clear, steady, radiant, and fill in any other words that feel true for you in this embodied state. Go ahead and notice what her week looks like. How does she hold space? How does she create more space for herself? How does she speak? What is she actually available for? And what is she not available for? Having clear distinctions between the two. Now imagine her stepping forward and merging with you because she's not separate from you. She is you. Right now, right here, you can take steps to be available for certain things and not for others. You have the choice of how you desire to speak now. You can hold your space differently at this very moment in time. Your week and your schedule, you can make true within a matter of shifting some things in your calendar within a week's time, if not even sooner. And so anchor that in. Let it settle into your body. Once doing so, let's go ahead and really honor 3 ways to shift your identity daily. These are daily practices you can do to really own and honor that self of yours, the embodied state of that 150, 300, half a million, $1 million CEO, spiritual entrepreneur that you know you already are. So the first is language check. So I invite you to catch yourself when you say things like, I'm trying to, I hope this works, it's not working, and allow it to shift into, I've decided, I'm leading with clarity, or it hasn't happened yet, but I know it will. There's an openness to that. So really notice the language. For example, if things feel a little hard, you may say, it's feeling a little hard right now, but things are changing. Or I know that this hasn't worked yet. And when I make these tweaks, it will. The next is body posture. How are you sitting? How are you walking? How are you speaking? How are you engaging with others? Start embodying the posture of someone who knows their work changes lives, who feels deeply held and secure and grounded, rooted in their nature. And the third is sacred rituals. Choose a daily ritual that anchors your CEO energy. That might be intentional tea that you drink in the morning, or your breathwork practice for 10 minutes, or sitting at your table and lighting a candle. It could be a badass CEO playlist that you create just for this season, or a particular prayer for this season. You can also honor a specific outfit or a scent or a pair of shoes that really brings you into that state and being. Let it be a somatic signal that says, I am the badass CEO of a sacred sovereign business. So, dear one, you don't need to wait to become her. You already are her. This episode isn't just a lesson, it is a remembering. Your results, they're real. And guarantee if I was sitting there having tea with you, I'd be able to pull those results out and have you recognize how freaking successful you already are. It is real. Your wisdom, potent. Again, all I need is 2 minutes of your time to listen to you, to recognize the potency of your wisdom, your lived experience, and what you have to offer in the world. And your presence, it's magnetic. It is right there in alignment with the folks that are your dreamy clients. So say it with me. I am well paid, well supported, widely embodied leader. I don't wait to become her. I lead from her now. Let this land. And if it moved something in you, I'd love for you to share it. Go ahead and tag me on Insta at Devoted Way and take your next aligned action, recognizing that there are some steps that you can take here, including 3 ways to find proof that you are successful so you don't have to get outward validation, as well as honoring your embodied leadership and recognizing what wisdom you have, really having that energetic experience of stepping into that person now, and then having 3 ways to shift your identity daily, which is language check, body posture, and a ritual. All right. So you are not behind. You are becoming, and your next level is already here if you choose to say yes today. See you in the next episode, Divine CEO.